This moment captures a growing debate over how far political leadership can go in shaping congressional procedure. At the center is a critical question about impeachment, one of the most serious constitutional tools available to lawmakers, and whether established norms are being upheld or challenged. As senators and representatives clash over process and precedent, what unfolds here is not just a policy disagreement, but a broader test of institutional consistency, accountability, and public trust in how government decisions are made.
Impeaching a public official by the United States House of Representatives after months and months and months of investigation and witnesses, and then taking a vote, is one of the most solemn acts that the House can do. And Senator Schumer is just going to dismiss that? Not even hold a trial? Because he thinks he has the votes and it's politically expedient? Isn't that special? And every one of you here know that if Republicans were doing the same thing, you would be catatonic and foaming at the mouth. And that's what Chuck's doing. And it is wrong. And we're going to do everything we can to a charitable interpretation of what Senator Schumer is planning to do does not exist. It doesn't. He is going to either make a motion to table or to dismiss the work done by the U.S. House of Representatives. In our 200-plus year history, we have had 21 public officials impeached by the United States House of Representatives. We in the Senate have held trials in all but 3. In 3 instances, we dismissed the charges because the officials resigned. The other incident, we dismissed the charges because it involved a senator, and we did not believe we had the authority to hold an impeachment of a senator. Now, those are the facts. I fully expect Senator Schumer to try to muddy up the water, to try to make it look deep. But this is really very simple. We're either going to follow Senate custom, Senate rules, and Senate history, or we are not.
What Senator Kennedy is arguing here touches on a long-standing constitutional practice. When the House impeaches an official, the Senate typically conducts a trial to consider the charges. Historically, most impeachment cases have followed that path, although there have been exceptions under specific circumstances, such as resignations or jurisdictional questions. At the same time, Senate procedures do allow for motions that can effectively halt or dismiss proceedings, depending on majority support. This creates a gray area between strict adherence to tradition and the strategic use of procedural rules. So the key question becomes, is this situation a break from precedent, or simply an example of the Senate exercising its procedural authority? And how should viewers weigh historical norms against present-day political realities?
And if he chooses, and if he may have the votes to do it, but if he chooses to dismiss these impeachment articles without so much as a trial, as if it were just spam in the Democrats' inbox, it'll be further evidence that under this administration, the Senate has been rotting from within. Rotting from within. Under this administration, we don't do a budget anymore. The leadership just gets together and writes a bill. Sometimes they cut the budget bill, the omnibus, in 2 and make it 2 mini bills, but still does the same thing. This is just one more step. I mean, what are we here for? Impeaching a public official by the United States House of Representatives after months and months and months of investigation and witnesses, and then taking a vote, is one of the most solemn acts that the House can do. And Senator Schumer is just going to dismiss that? Not even hold a trial? Because he thinks he has the votes and it's politically expedient? Isn't that special? And every one of you here know that if Republicans were doing the same thing, you would be catatonic and foaming at the mouth. And that's what Chuck's doing. And it is wrong. And we're going to do everything we can to stop it. Now, originally, Senator Schumer had planned to do this on a Thursday, when everybody is trying to get back to their districts. Isn't that special? Wonder why he picked a Thursday. We have asked, and I understand the Speaker, I understand it's public now, the Speaker, we asked him to delay sending over the articles until Monday, to at least give us a full week. We'll see if Senator Schumer honors the extra time. This is unconscionable, people. This ranks right up there with getting rid of the filibuster. We're either going to have a United States Senate as set up by founders, or we're not. And that's what's going on here.
As this exchange comes to a close, it highlights how debates over procedure, like whether to hold an impeachment trial, can quickly evolve into broader political narratives about fairness, accountability, and institutional integrity. While strong language and sharp accusations dominate the rhetoric, the underlying issue remains rooted in how Congress interprets its own rules and responsibilities. For viewers, separating verifiable facts from political framing is essential to understanding what's actually at stake. Is this a principled defense of constitutional norms, or a strategic use of procedure in a divided government? Share your perspective in the comments below. And if you value clear, balanced, and fact-based analysis, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth breakdowns of the stories shaping public policy and democratic institutions.